Tana here. This might be the weirdest video I've ever made. I am driving out of a retreat and I decided that I just, as things were coming through in my mind, I just want to speak them and record what I'm saying. So it's 11:11 right now on the clock as I'm recording this, and I'm driving out of a retreat space and I'm noticing so many crows, so many black crows. I'm in a retreat space near San Diego. It's a Zen retreat space, and we just held an Enlightenment intensive retreat. Joseph Rubano is the one that hosts, the leader of these retreats that I have been coming to for a few years now, and always such profound awareness and work comes out of these retreats. And when I first started attending, it was really about my own healing and my own self-awakening. And now what I'm recognizing in each retreat is that there's a collective conscious work happening in these retreats where we are doing work together with others, but in a way it's holding this container for everything happening in the world and in our collective humanity. So there will be much to share, I think, over the next few days of what's come from this work, but what I just want to share right now is that I wish you could see the scenery where I'm at. It's just amazing and beautiful. Maybe I can hold up the camera if I stop the car for a second here. It's just probably my camera doesn't do it justice, but I just had to share with you, this is what I'm driving into, this beautiful little dirt road through this prairie-like fields, out of this 4 days that we've been working together in deep meditation with other individuals who came together for this work. In all the times that I've come to this retreat, it's always been mostly women, and this time it was 11 men and 11 women. By coincidence, I'm not sure, but there was definitely a sense of a healed divine masculine coming in to really question the societal norms and the layers that have been put on the masculine for many generations. And I haven't really recorded a blog in a while, or a vlog in a while, and there was so much going on cosmically for me with the eclipse energy and just so much. I found myself called to Cleveland for the eclipse kind of unexpectedly, and I was there even over for my birthday. And I was able to witness the full solar eclipse from that place. And then coming here to this retreat, I had a very prophetic dream on my first night here that felt very important to me personally, maybe collectively, I'm not sure. But in that dream, there was like a new masculine born. And feels like that solar eclipse did bring in a new masculine, and whether that's the prophecy of, the return of Christ, or however you want to identify that coming, that has been foretold in many different contexts and spiritual texts. There definitely senses to me that solar return, which they were calling the Great Solar Return, that eclipse, brought in a new divine masculine, a new consciousness, a new Christ consciousness, a new collective consciousness within the masculine, and to really stand in our wholeness. So that's just kind of what I wanted to bring through in this moment, is that it is a new day. We've had the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction this weekend. The moon is nearly full in Scorpio, which is a deep water sign. And it's time for everyone to take responsibility for the way the world is, and for our part in our complicity in the way the world is, whether we're male or female, and to step into a new way of being together, and a new way of meeting ourselves, and to really, it's time for us also in a way to just say, like, I hate the way things have been. I hate the way things have been. I hate the way I have been. I hate the way I have been meeting the other. And I want to step into love. And love is a very misunderstood capacity. It often gets tied up with sexuality. It often gets tied up with exchanges of energy. And really, it's a capacity to hold space for that thing inside of us that is opened when we experience beauty, and like a soul connection. And so a lot of words came through on this retreat: compassion, love, freedom, like untangling ourselves from these unhealthy